5 NFL stars who could be on a new team by April. The NFL is about to look completely different. Free agency opens in less than 2 weeks, and right now, today, 5 star players are almost certainly suiting up for their last team. I'm breaking down who's leaving, where they're going, and which team wins the trade market this offseason. Stay until number 1, because that player is worth 3 first-round picks, and at least a dozen teams are already calling. Let's get into it. Number 5, Jaylen Waddle, Miami Dolphins. Everyone is watching the Tua Tagovailoa drama in Miami right now. But while all that chaos is unfolding, Jaylen Waddle might quietly be the best trade value of the entire offseason. And almost nobody is talking about it. Here's why. His guaranteed money runs out after this season. Miami is in full rebuild mode, and any win-now team could trade for him and restructure his deal for cheap. He's fast, he catches everything, and he's only 26 years old. In the right offense, the Chiefs, the Lions, the Packers, Waddle becomes a legitimate top 10 receiver overnight. This is the sleeper move of the offseason, and you heard it here first. Number 4, Tua Tagovailoa, Miami Dolphins. Miami is paying Tua Tagovailoa more than Matthew Stafford, the 2025 NFL MVP. That is not a typo. The Dolphins have already cut Tyreek Hill. They've already cut Bradley Chubb. They have a brand new head coach and a brand new general manager. They are in full burn-it-down mode. The problem? Tua's contract is basically a prison. $99 million in dead cap if they cut him outright. Even if they trade him, it's still $45 million on the books. This might be the single most expensive rebuild decision in NFL history. Whatever Miami decides to do with Tua Tagovailoa will define the next 5 years of that franchise. The Jets, the Titans, the Browns, all of them are watching closely, very closely. Number 3, Kyler Murray, Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals played Kyler Murray in just 30 games over the last 3 seasons. 30 games. They fired the coach. They hired a new one. They used the first overall pick on a new quarterback. They are done with Kyler Murray. And Murray is done with them. But here's the part that makes this interesting. The team that trades for Murray only has to pay around $24 million against the cap this year. For a former number 1 overall pick, a former MVP caliber quarterback, in an offseason where every team is desperate for a signal caller. The Vikings lost Sam Darnold. The Jets are still in quarterback purgatory. The Steelers need a starter right now. Murray is a boom or bust move, but in a year where quarterback talent is this thin, teams are absolutely willing to roll the dice. Number 2, A.J. Brown, Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles would pay $43.5 million just to get rid of A.J. Brown. Let that sink in for a second. $43.5 million. This is not a cap dump. This is a relationship that is completely and totally done. Sideline fights during wildcard weekend, silent treatments. Jalen Hurts reportedly fed up. Nick Sirianni already gone. But here is the wild part. Whatever team trades for A.J. Brown only pays $7 million against their cap this year. $7 million for a legitimate number 1 wide receiver who is arguably a top 5 player at his position. Buffalo needs a wide receiver 1 desperately. The Chiefs would love another weapon for Patrick Mahomes. Oh wait, we'll get to that. The Steelers just rebuilt their offense. A.J. Brown is about to go from the most toxic situation in the NFL to a Super Bowl contender. The only question is which one. Number 1, Maxx Crosby, Las Vegas Raiders. Imagine being the best player on your team. You are a 5-time Pro Bowler. You have 44.5 sacks over the last 4 years. You are one of the most dominant defensive players in all of football. And your own team tells you to sit down and watch a rebuild. That is Maxx Crosby's reality right now in Las Vegas. The Raiders shut him down against his own wishes at the end of the 2025 season. Tom Brady is involved in the front office. They just drafted a quarterback first overall. They are not trying to win, not this year, maybe not next year either. Meanwhile, over a dozen teams have already called about a trade. The Patriots have the cap space. The Cowboys desperately need a pass rusher. The 49ers want to pair him with Nick Bosa. The Commanders are building something special in Washington. This is not just a trade. This is one of the best defensive players in football. At 29 years old, in the absolute prime of his career, available on the open market. The return will be massive. Multiple first-round picks. A key player, maybe more. Maxx Crosby is the biggest name available this offseason, and the team that gets him instantly becomes a Super Bowl threat. Who do you think lands him? Drop it in the comments. I want to know what you think. Free agency opens March 11th. Every single one of these names could be on a completely different team by March 12th. Which trade shocks you the most? Let me know in the comments below. I'm betting you say number 1 and subscribe right now, because the second any of these deals go down, I am breaking it down same day. Let's go.